Hi guys, I'm sending you guys some hardware and I want to talk just a little bit about it. Take a few minutes to explain my perspective, what I'm sending you, and what I think my system could accomplish. The hardware I'm sending you is an expanded PVC board with a groove done into the bottom of it, machined in here, and with a connector element installed on this side. And you can assemble them. They assemble by snapping together. Let's look at what this accomplishes. First off, if we use expanded PVC foam board instead of mineral packed PVC foam board, okay, there's going to be a weight reduction. The way I see it, we should be able to get in the neighborhood of 40 to 50% less weight than current. That means that this plank here, which is a little bit more than 8 millimeter, will weigh substantially less than this 7.5 millimeter. Okay, so weight reduction is the first key. The second thing that we accomplish is pretty much eliminating subfloor prep. Okay, this plank is stiff, but it's been intentionally made stiff by the people who manufactured it. If you modify the polymer, you can make it substantially more flexible. Not only can you make the plank flexible, the underside is dentable. Okay, I can drive a screwdriver tip directly into this. I can't do that to this. Okay, the difference is mineral content. I can dent this. If you can dent the underside of the plank, that means that's one less degree of surface prep you have to make. If it's flexible to respond to large bumps and dentable to respond to surface anomalies, real quick, fast surface, like a nail head, a trowel line, a ridge between plywood. If you can respond to that by denting the underside of the plank, you've eliminated the bulk of subfloor prep. Okay? Now, as I see it, the real advance in artificial flooring occurred when laminate emerged as a sector. Laminate success centered on the surface of the board. Laminate was only about this layer here. As soon as you get around the corner, laminate's MDF. MDF is not a miracle solution to anything, okay? It holds on to the laminate layer. It expands a lot during seasonal humidity changes. It takes on water, and it's destroyed when it gets flooded. It just destroys a plank. It's the weakness of MDF that allowed this sector to emerge, the LVP plank. So let's just look at that just a little bit. The entire revolution in laminate occurred on the surface. That opened up an opportunity for LVP to run forward, to run past laminate based on the substrate. Okay. Now we did something weird when we moved from laminate to LVP. We took the advantages, okay, that this substrate allowed, and now we have a floor that doesn't expand over long distances. You don't have to do an expansion joint every so many feet. We have a floor that doesn't get destroyed by water. But we took the full set of advantages that can be realized by using expanded PVC, and we cut it off at the knees. We took that and we filled it with mineral content. Okay, or whoever did, not we, but someone filled this with mineral content, and the point of filling that with mineral content is to allow the Valengay/Unilin system to continue to work as a floor lock system. I'm proposing we break away from laminate in its entirety and change the lock system. If you change the lock system, you're going to decrease the weight of the plank. You're going to increase its ability to go over subfloor imperfection. When you do that, you eliminate subfloor prep. Eliminating subfloor prep is going to be a huge plus to the installers. Okay, now what I'd like to do is look at this a little bit more from a business point of view. Okay. As I understand it, I'm not in the flooring industry. Okay. But as I understand it, the long side of the plank floor lock system has really come out of patent protection. It's now in the public domain. As I understand it, the bulk of the remaining royalty income is made on the short end of the plank. Okay. So not only is there less to choose from as far as making money on these planes, on the IP, on there's a less to focus your income on. A lot of people are in. You guys, I4F is into an end plank end solution. Valengay has plank end solutions. Unilin, and now that the long side's in the public domain, that means all you got to do is solve the short end, and you're home free. Okay. If we put a whole new solution out there that's compelling, okay, this will reduce shipping weight by about 40 to 50%. That's money, okay? This changes installation to 100% vertical. Garbolato debuted a 100% vertical solution, I believe, at the 2017 Domatex in Europe. They won a juried competition. There's obviously public interest in a 100% vertical solution. Okay? If you introduce a vertical solution that's compelling financially to manufacturers, it's compelling to retailers, and it's intriguing, it's interesting to sell to the public, 100% vertical changes how a floor installation is made. And I don't have to validate 100% vertical. It's been validated by Garbolato. It's already been indicated there's interest in 100% vertical. You could create an area of IP that people have to subscribe to. They would have to pay you royalty income on this system because it's what they're looking for. Now think about it in terms of from an installer's perspective. Which box of plank am I going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 of as I make a trip into the house? Do I want the 35-pound box or do I want the 20-pound box? Just think about it, okay? This is a compelling system. People are going to want to use it. So guys, I want you to take a look at this. I want to try to develop this with you. Now, when you look at my hardware, I am a total of, let's say, $10,000 or $12,000 into my hardware budget. I pay for everything I do out of my own salary. I'm a working man. I have no investors behind me, no money behind me. So my focus has been gaining the IP. I focus almost specifically on the patent. My hardware budget is, let's say, $10,000. When was the last time you saw something this polished, this good looking as hardware that only had $10,000 into R&D on it? I mean, just think about it. This is a very robust system. Every time I make a prototype, it works. Okay? It works every time. It's a very, very strong design, very tolerant of mistakes. I did all this machining on woodworking tools. I used a planer to thickness. I used a router table, a table saw, a chop saw. These are just woodworking tools. I'm not using a home mag. I'm not using a lab to create no CNC machine. Woodworking tools. This is a very robust system. Guys, I'd like to work with you. I'd like to debut this. I have no interest in developing a large company like Valengay. I have no interest at all. I would like to see a company like yourself take this on and work with you to bring this out to market. I believe this could be very profitable for you. I have no overhead. I'm not paying a team of engineers, lawyers, receptionists, the rent on an office. I'm not paying for anything. I have no overhead. We can make a deal, guys, and I think we can make a good deal. I want to talk with you, and I want to get this done. Thanks.